Hey, you it's over. Welcome to the last Face Jam, the show where we tried to try every new fast food creation and let you know if you needed it. You probably did need it, but you probably didn't do it because a lot of people go, I don't even have that where I live. It was never about the food, you idiot. I'm your host, Michael Jones, alongside my co-host, Jordan Cwierz. Jordan, how are you for one last time?
Do you think there are people who tried to get everything that we reviewed on the show?
Yeah, I know there are.
Do you think they succeeded?
I bet. I think for the people that I know for a fact, we're trying because like there's people remember that had like spreadsheets of like our scores and their scores. And they
really? Their own.
They, I guarantee you, could have got every single one if they wanted to because of seeing how far they'd already gone. The only thing that I wonder is like, did they lose interest at some point?
Yeah.
Were they like, I fucking hate the show.
Yeah.
I'm not watching the show anymore.
But that,
you know what I mean?
It's almost, yeah, they were like, this isn't even about the food.
I don't think.
Wait a second.
I don't think anyone that committed tried and failed.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They probably threw in the towel and there's like, you know what I realized? I hate them. I hate those
well,
people.
You know what I
what
realized?
happened-
This is pointless.
This show sucks and they suck and I'm doing more work than they are. What the fuck?
They were eating all of the food that we were eating, and they just kept going, why the fuck am I doing this? They're doing
Right. I don't think they were like,
gotta-
no, I missed one.
No, they got to look in the mirror and they were like, what am I?
What? Yeah,
I'm
what
not
is
counting
happening?
any like weirdo Austin shit, but I
Yeah.
don't know that we ever did that during a regular episode. I mean, sometimes we just did whatever.
Doghouse isn't an Austin thing.
But I mean,
Doghouse is a chain.
within reason, let's just
Yeah.
say within reason,
Yeah.
I feel like
I can't imagine
Torchies
that it
was like
wasn't
the most
undoable.
like localized kind of thing
Yeah.
that we did.
Yeah.
And that's
Did we do an actual episode on Torchies?
Best
I
queso
think we
in
may
Texas.
have done a.
this?
All right, he knows apparently.
Jesus fucking
cares?
Christ! What happened to him?
Here's what's gonna happen. Eric is gonna put Nick in the ground today.
This-
He's gonna bury him with the podcast.
You have been.
I have never
you've
seen
been
Nick
totally
more,
fine.
more
All
animated,
day.
freakish, and giddy. And Eric is
I just
way
don't
beyond
fucking
thinking about
get it.
and
We
mad.
finished eating
He's
the food.
pissed.
We finished.
He
he's-
also
he's
Nick is
happy.
wearing a fucking Burger King crown right now on top of his hat.
Nick, we
on
were,
top of his headphones as well.
we started eating. We went and we got the food and whatever. We started eating and everything was
he's having
fine.
fun, man. He's just playing.
He ate, started burping, would not stop.
So, yeah, it all
and
started-
then just started fucking like screaming.
He held up the wrapper of the 4
yes.
whatever wraps we ate, and he looked at me and he said, "Uh-oh," and then he went, "Blah!"
Let me
Yeah.
just say,
The loudest
let me just say,
burp
it's-
I've ever
and
heard.
over and over.
Imagine his normal behavior. Okay, it's just even that, dude. He's still making noise over there. It's ratcheted up. It's the last episode, and Gracie's not here.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because she already got on job.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's been on top of this shit.
Uh-huh.
Or she's like, dude, I start Monday.
Yeah. So we had
And they're like, oh, like a job where you can kind of just like leave.
Yep.
And she's
No.
like, no, like a real job. Like I have to be there and I can't go away and record a podcast and come back.
So we were like,
we're like, wow,
all right,
weird.
We'll do this one without you, and then we'll figure it out, I guess.
We were talking about it last week, and we were like, all right, cool. So we're going to record Tuesday, and that should be fine because it's within this contract time, and we do all this stuff. And she's like, oh, I start my job on Monday. Did I not tell you guys? And we went, again, fucking Jesus Christ.
He's just burping.
He's like covering his
God
dude,
damn.
like, he's-
So
don't be
he's making up for
embarrassed.
Gracie, not the gross parts.
I think Gracie is what regulates
but
him.
I think so.
Well, but the problem is she didn't regulate him before she was born, aka before she was here. But she's
Yeah, but
released a valve
Yes.
that now only she can control.
Yes,
Right.
And she's not here to control it
Yes.
anymore.
Right. It's like
It's like
looked at him and he was.
it's like the doctor about to perform surgery and realize the anesthesiologist isn't there, and then going, I can figure it out without him.
Yeah.
And he cannot.
You know how when like a younger dog shows up on the farm and the older one has to kind of like show it the ropes.
Yeah.
And it just does these little things that like nudging it. Sometimes maybe it like nips at it a little bit just to keep it in check. I feel like that's what Gracie does. In
Yeah.
a very subtle way. We didn't notice it. And then we were kind of like comfortable with the new norm. And now without her here, this is probably what Nick was like all the time. and we just
all the
forgot.
time. So Gracie,
No, he wasn't.
Gracie,
I'm telling
Gracie
you right
was
now,
like,
he was not.
I have a job. I start on Monday. I didn't tell you? No. Oh, okay. I'm like, but you're contracted through this date, so it should be fine, right? And she's like, oh, when I got hired, I told them it's fine and they can just end my contract early, and they did.
I mean,
and
smart.
It's like
the smart move.
Right. And I went, right. In any other situation, I would be applauding you for like really making this happen.
Yeah.
I hope you know you fucked us.
I mean,
No one's gonna listen to this episode
I feel
without
like she's
Gracie.
kind of fucked you
Yeah.
because now she's loving. There she goes, flipping me off again. Bye, Sarah. It's my friend Sarah. Oh, bye, Cameron. That's
Yep.
my good friend Cam. He waved.
Yeah.
Jaron.
I'll
didn't look
probably
at me.
never
No.
see her again.
I just went to Vegas with that guy. Didn't even look at me.
It's fucked up.
He's mad.
No.
They heard it.
Yeah, they heard it. So what did we eat today?
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
ordered it.
That's true because we got there and I went, "Do you guys want anything else?" And he went, "What are we eating?"
My question.
We were deep in conversation
is-
like the whole trip over
Yeah.
there
Oh, yeah.
and into the restaurant.
I don't care,
It-
dude.
It came to that
I
point,
never
and
care.
Michael hadn't thought about it until you asked
No,
him.
here's why I asked. I never cared. My question was, how much food are we getting? Is
Oh.
it a lot of food or little food? Because I'm real hungry.
It was a lot of little
and
food.
sometimes it's like, oh, we're eating this. Like, dude, remember that time we got Taco Bell and it was like two tiny little like,
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? This is lunch? And you were like, da 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 da. I wasn't still really listening to what he was. He started rambling off what we were eating, but it was too many things to calculate.
Yeah, see,
And
so
then
it's
I
too
heard-
many
did-
things.
did
And
that-
then I
did
heard the
that
woman
earlier.
say that'll be $65, and I went, "Oh, that's enough food."
Yeah.
$65 at Burger King means I'm getting enough
Yeah.
food.
Yep.
Good thing we didn't go through the drive-through.
Nope.
So we done eated. Hang on, it's on here somewhere.
Usually it's at the top.
Uh-huh.
Where is it?
Top.
But I mean, that's it. Burger King wraps.
Yes.
There's no more information than that.
They
Well,
didn't,
we'll
they didn't
learn
call
more
them like
about
the,
There's
We'll
four
learn more
goddamn
about-
wraps.
Yeah.
Like,
And
th-
we'll
this,
learn
this,
more
this,
about the
this,
wraps
this.
later in the
They
episode.
didn't call them the
That's-
chicken
was this your
princes of
first
the
episode?
Burger King.
No, that's the name of the restaurant in one word.
Yeah.
There's usually more than that. Okay.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's spelled right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that was a dig at me. Oh, never mind.
I know one was Hummy Mustard. I think he liked it. He didn't know why he liked it so much. I think it's the extra. It's just cutting. It's cutting out the Nickism that's going on right now. That's really pissing him off, and it's a little bit of levity.
There's something about a man.
Hummy Mustard.
There's something about a man who just had like a big trip and has like a mortgage and all these responsibilities.
Children.
Saying hummy mustard. That is just.
Oh no! It fell out.
Oh no.
Hang on. You Jordan carry.
Oh boy.
You're not carrying.
He just. Jordan looked
I
at me
froze.
with a grimace and wide eyes.
Place apart. Grimace.
Oh, I wish.
So, what do you think about Burger King in general, Jordan?
Fucking sucks. Sorry, I'm back. It fucking sucks.
Those are my king pinions as well.
Yeah. The Burger King that we went to was connected to a 7-Eleven, and
We could have eaten
For
there.
a second there, I was, you could see the little hallway
Yeah.
that leads to the 7-Eleven. And in there, they have the little stand for the lottery,
Uh-huh.
like where you
Little.
can grab the
it's small.
Little hallway.
fill
little
out your
stand.
fill out your ticket and shit. And I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if this Burger King also let you play the lottery. But I was like,
That would be cool.
why is there a thing in the? And then I was like, oh, it's 7-Eleven. It's
Yeah.
right next door.
Dude.
And then I was like, Nick, we should go get Slurpees.
I just came back from Vegas yesterday. Should have come back 2 days ago. Came back yesterday. I forgot that he's still going over there.
Jesus.
dude.
That was
Okay.
you?
Yeah, that
Can
I
you
thought
fucking
somebody dropped a fucking like giant crate
Can you
outside.
fucking believe this shit?
It made the that was the bassiest
Like, I don't-
sound.
Like, I don't understand. I need you guys to know
It
that
was
this was
chicken. He had
happening
chicken.
before.
You had chicken and tortillas.
Yes, there
the
was
hell is
nothing,
wrong with you?
There was nothing to it.
There's
It wasn't
no, yeah.
like I'm having a day.
There's
He's
nothing that would
jiggling a
cause
Coke
any
Zero.
sort of reflux or reflex.
dude acid reflex.
And it was happening before the episode. You're hearing it on the episode. It was happening so much before the episode.
That last one did not sound right.
No.
Dude,
none of
you,
it's
you
right.
sound unwell.
None of it's right. I
All
forgot
bad.
the world where everyone just smokes cigarettes and cigars
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And just like not in a contained place.
It's weird, right?
Just like sitting at a restaurant. Or like, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to play blackjack. Oh, 3 people are smoking cigarettes. I'm not going to play blackjack.
It's like what it was like living in the 80s.
It was like being back
you
at
know?
Denny's, dude.
Yeah, right.
It was growing up being back at Denny's.
Yeah.
Even then, though,
Smoke-filled rooms.
there's like a non-smoking section. It doesn't do much because the smoke follows no rules. It goes wherever it wants.
Takes
it even
the shape of
wafts,
its container.
Yeah, it even wafts over to the non-section. But it was just like, I don't know, it was wild seeing that in 2024. It's like, oh, wow. And it was gross.
You go to like old Vegas, the Golden Nugget, and all the smoke there. It's like you're back in the 60s.
It wasn't. I didn't
feel
go
like that's
old
how it must
Vegas,
be.
just like little bit old Vegas.
Yeah.
I was at the Sahara.
I mean, that's about as old as you can get on the like strip, right? Like
It was still like off the strip.
yeah.
Right. But not like not the Nugget. There was no Nuggies.
No. The Golden Nugget in that area,
There-
like Fremont and everything.
There
is
was
like,
some
oof.
sort of weather in Austin or at least Texas going on where we were with a big group of people that we were like on different flights, but we were all flying out Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday was fucked here.
Sunday morning, Alfredo was there. He flew the fuck out. Got the fuck insane. He left. His flight was like, we did a festival on Saturday.
Yeah.
That went till midnight. His flight took off at like 7 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm like, why?
Did he even go to sleep?
I think.
In Vegas?
Yeah, gone. I was like, crazy, whatever. My flight was
He
4:55. Comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you could wake up at like 2.
I'm there with other people. They're like, my flight's at 6, this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
My 4:50. We get to the airport to get on my flight, and
Oh,
it's
no.
delayed like an hour and 20 minutes.
That's
Which
not
is like,
crazy.
that's fine, because
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
there with people who had later
Oh,
flights anyway.
yeah, so it's fine. You're just like, okay.
And it was like, oh, cool. We were going to leave, and they're still hanging. We'll just keep hanging out.
Mhm.
So it's delayed till 6:30. Everybody ends up getting there. We're all hanging out. Fucking then it gets delayed to 9:30. So now our flight's later than everyone else's. And I'm like, what
Well,
the fuck?
Under the new rules, Pete Buttigieg will pay you back for that.
He better pay me something. Okay? Because now it's like, what the fuck? My flight's later. Da, 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 da. Even before they get on their flight, my flight gets delayed till 8 a.m. the next day.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? And this is at like
And
8 o'clock
there-
or
what
something.
time
but
did
you're
you
at
get
you're
to-
at the airport the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
What time did you get to the airport?
I got to the airport at like 3:30.
Oh, what
See,
the fuck?
We got to the airport where if my flight was on time, I got to my gate and it was boarding in 30 minutes. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we'll have a drink.
that's the
and
best.
then we'll leave.
Yeah.
And then it was like delayed till 6:30. It's like, whatever.
Have another drink.
I'll just keep drinking, whatever. 9:30. All right, now this fucking sucks.
Yep.
Tomorrow, I had to leave the airport and book another night at another
shit.
hotel and come back the next day.
Fuck.
So I got home at 1:20 on Monday. Like I had to call my kids out of school.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Hey, Pete. ring, ring.
Can you drive my kids, Mayor Pete?
Yeah. So I was in a pretty good mood.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
I got home and fucking, it's like, kids, I'm home. I'm going to sleep. Don't bother me.
Yeah, don't look at
Daddy,
me. Don't talk
we
to me.
missed
You want to
you.
hang out with me? Jump on top of me.
Yeah.
in bed.
I'll be
That's
asleep.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You
Damn.
Can, you can play Pokemon cards.
So
on
it was a
my
good trip,
lifeless
but
corpse.
that could have been avoided.
That's fucked.
I've never flying had to like fly the next day. I've
Yeah.
never had that happen.
Well, hold on. I got a story then because
About Burger King?
no about
How many mustard?
about honey mustard.
Dude, hummy mustard.
The first
Honey
time,
mustard.
the first time I flew over the Pacific, I was going to Australia for a convention. We flew from Austin to Dallas, and then we were going to fly from Dallas to Brisbane, I think.
Yeah.
And at the time,
Jesus,
that was
that's so long.
it's the longest flight you could take at the time. It was like 17 and a half hours.
Fuck.
But we
Long
were going to
time,
be
dude.
leaving
It's
at like,
mind-boggling
we were
that
going to be
long.
leaving at 10 p.m.
Uh-huh.
And turns out, there's a problem with the plane. It's going to be slightly delayed. So we wait until like midnight. And then they're like, it looks like it's going to be even longer. There's a real problem with whatever this component is. And maybe 6 a.m. We'll get you guys hotels and stuff. You can go sleep and come back in the morning. And I was with Monty,
Uh-huh.
who he went to the beat of his own drum.
He's like, I'll sleep on the plane and
Yeah.
wait for it to take off tomorrow. I gotta crawl in with the luggage.
Boy,
If he could have, he would.
I was
know,
gonna
I
say,
know.
I was
So
gonna say,
the plan-
boy, that
arguing
sounds
with
like
the person at the desk.
Yep.
Be like,
Yeah.
let me
So the
sleep with
plan
luggage.
was, by the time we get to the hotel room, we're not going to be able to sleep, and we're
Yes.
going to be coming back here.
Yeah.
Let's just sleep at the airport. So we found a spot, to,
Tom
like-
Hanks style.
yeah, to stay at the airport. 6 a.m. Wake up, go to the gate. They're like, yeah. So, I mean, we told everyone who was on the hotel shuttle this. We contacted them. Yeah, it's like super fucked. So it's not leaving until 10 p.m. tonight. Now.
What?
So I was like,
You
so,
slept at the airport for nothing?
so at that point, I was like, Monty, we're going to the hotel.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Holy
So I
shit,
got
dude.
delayed a whole 24 hours, and we got
Wow.
to sleep at the airport for our trouble.
Oh,
Damn, dude. I'll say this: the hotel we booked like instantly, cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was 10 times nicer than the hotel we stayed at. Granted, we stayed at the Sahara just because it was literally across the street from the festival.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
Sure.
wouldn't have changed. But it was like, I don't know, it was like $300 a night or
Of course,
something.
yeah.
Like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
This hotel was $68.
Where did you stay?
Virgin.
Oh, wow.
It was nice as fuck. It was like the room was like 3 times the size. I was
Was
like,
it closer
it's
to
like,
the
what
airport
the
than like
fuck? Yeah.
or something? Like
Yeah. Still, I mean, the Sahara was like 20 minutes, 15, 20. This was like 8 minutes away.
Yeah.
that's still like it's
And
not
I'm
like
like,
right next to
And
it.
I'm just
but,
like,
that's
I'm
crazy.
like, why the fuck did we stay here?
Dude, prices can be so like very.
Dude, I was
low.
expecting
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like,
you could get like
you're
a
fucked $1 million.
Yeah.
It's like $70.
Yep.
It's almost better to
Crazy.
do last minute booking sometimes at,
Fucking crazy.
at Vegas,
Yep.
where it's just like,
Yep. And that's
like
why
we-
I stay at Circus.
oh god,
Holy shit! Just looking at that place,
Dude.
pissed me off.
oh
Just, dude, pissed me off.
We would-
looking at
god, I hate Circus.
we would
so
stay there when I
much.
was a kid.
it. Oh my god!
You want to know what kind of river trash people I come from?
Dude, we
Shit,
stayed there once in like 2003. We were on a cross country road trip in an
Yeah.
RV, and we stopped and we stayed on
You
the
can
like
pull
RV,
the RV right
lot.
into Circus.
Yeah, check
They-
this out. It's a house on wheels.
They let you pull right into
Yeah,
the lobby.
yeah, you're
We'll
part
give
of
you
the
a discount.
show.
You're part of the act. Yeah, they cut your
What's up?
rate.
You need hookup?
You can stay half off, but you got to keep the donkeys in, your RV.
I remember watching like
The food.
like Survivor season 1, like in a hotel room at like the Circus. Like it was, rough.
I went to
fucking
that
shit.
hotel in Dallas and watched a bunch of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
that's all. That's what I did with my day.
So you do now? It's all
You do it now.
Chicago.
Michigan Hargitay still there.
Oh yeah,
Still hold down the
still
fort.
there. Looks the same.
But
too.
now when you're
she
25
doesn't
years
age.
in.
when you're flying on a plane, the USA
Now she's the
Network.
lieutenant.
USA Network doesn't really show it as much. They show it, but not as much. Now it's all Chicago PD and Chicago Fire and
I don't got time
Chicago
for that.
Med, and I don't know what's going on in Chicago. They got a lot.
It's Dick Wolf.
The Chicago verse.
Is Chicago?
It's the same. Yeah.
No
it's
fucking
Law and Order
shit.
styles.
I
Yeah.
didn't know it was Dick Wolf.
Yeah, that's
he
why
loved
there's
her.
3 of them.
I thought he liked New York.
Motherfucker.
I'm just
No,
saying,
no,
dude.
Chicago now, baby.
Damn.
Dude, I was watching a fucking it's like a newish documentary that came out on. Well, it's not it's like a limited series documentary. It's just like episodic. It's just another like true crime thing. I think it's on Netflix, and it was just like homicide in New York. And it's just like it's like 4 or 5 episodes, and it's just like different cases. It opens up, and the line is like there's just like a blurb of text that's something like. There are detectives in New York that this and that and whatever. I'm like, sounds like Law and Order. Literally, the credits roll on episode 1's like executive producer Dick Wolf.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, guys, even using the same terminology. It was like 80% the opening.
You can
of Law
spot
and
a
Order.
you can spot a Dick Wolf from a
He's
mile
just
away.
like,
yeah.
money, please.
Yep.
Are you getting murdered for real? Money. Are you getting murdered for pretend? Money.
Here's my idea. That show pitch must have just been great. Here's my idea for a show. If it happened in the news, have a writer adapt it, change it slightly.
Barely.
And then we never stop making
Brittany
it.
Spreers had an insane
Honey
thing.
mustard.
Yep. Pop sensation Brittany Spreers. And you're like, whoa, where'd they get this case from?
Man, fuck. We should get to the haiku.
Oh, the final
Can you
haiku.
was it about Burger King or Las Vegas?
This one's just about the final haiku.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, because Burger King doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, you hear how much
a
we're
burp or something? Or
you hear how much we're talking about Burger King in this episode. One final rating. The sun sets to rise again. Heroes never die.
That's true.
That's beautiful.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless they do. Did you know that they're bringing back Heroes again?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
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 Let heroes die.
Some heroes should
Some heroes
die.
should die. Remember when that show was good the first season?
The first season only?
That's it.
Yeah.
And then season 2 was shoddy as shit because it was that writer's
The
strike.
writer's strike,
yeah.
And it was like a half season.
It was like,
and then they
it was
tried
just
to
a
pull it
hiccup.
back.
It was just a little hiccup. And then
And they tried
season
to pull it back, and it
Yep.
was just like, the show sucks ass now.
I stopped watching that show like early on season 3. And like this
I don't
is
remember
like,
what season Teabag was in it. The guy from Prison Break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
That was 3 or 4. It was like the carnival people.
So like I'm like what, 16, 17 when the show's airing?
Yeah.
And it's like the first time I'm aware of like how a show changes over time.
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
Writers sort of
maybe
shit out.
isn't as good as
You
it
realize
used to be.
maybe they didn't have the whole idea when they
Yeah.
pitched the show, and it's
Yeah.
just people sitting around the room going, "What about if this happens?"
Like I think I remember
it's
the
not
scene
good.
where it was like one of the characters is like, "I'm switching sides for the third time. Now I'm
Dude,
a bad guy."
do you remember
again.
when Siler was their brother? For a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah.
There's the two main characters, Peter and I think Nathan, the politician guy.
Yeah, they
And
were
then-
brothers.
And they were brothers, and then they added the twist that like Siler's actually their brother
Right.
too, but
It's-
then he
it's-
wasn't.
It's Metal
He
Gear
wasn't.
Solid
They were
shit
just-
is what
they-
it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely comic.
And
it
here's
is what happens,
Solidus.
comic books.
And here's what was cool about it, and like which I guess it sucked ass that one season Heroes Reborn, and
Yeah.
it sucked ass, and
Yeah.
nobody watched it. And
I
they
didn't
canceled
watch
it
it.
immediately. I didn't watch a single second of it. But that was only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Bring it back again, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing. Like maybe season 1 was kind of cool just in itself. Obviously, it was the whole like superpower thing. It was like, oh my god, this is X-Men TV show.
Yeah.
That was unique at the time. Now we live in a world where people are sick and fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
Like the last 4 like huge superhero comic book movies, nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Superheroes
and they have
are
$200
such
million
a thing.
budget.
Yeah.
How? What? Who's gonna give a shit about this show when
Right.
it's like, oh, I can float?
Yeah.
It's like cool.
It's
you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
CW shit now.
Oh,
Who cares?
exactly.
it's the thing of like if Lost came out now, or if like you watch it now and you just go like, man, this is fucking corny. It's like right. Because it's not 2006 where you
You got to
are.
be Yellow Jackets
You-
now.
yeah,
Yellow
yeah,
Jackets
yeah.
is like if Lost was good.
Yeah,
now.
we have like limitless options for like all this stuff.
And,
Yeah,
and there is
why
a
we
lot
bring-
of good
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
amongst garbage. So to just be like, Heroes is coming back.
we're-
It's like, dude, remember Horn Rim Glasses?
Yeah.
When you didn't know who he was?
Yep.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you found out it
Yeah.
was the cheerleader's father.
That
and
was
you're like,
crazy.
Whoa!
Out in
Because also-
Odessa, Texas.
But also he was the bad guy kind of deal. But then it's like, oh no, everybody knows and it's cool and he's got a name now and he's a
Yeah.
good guy. And it's like, it's a lot less interesting now though.
Yep.
Yep. Well, then
You
then
kind
they
of blew through that arc too fast.
yeah. Then they
It's-
had to start generating intrigue by like double, triple crosses and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
We gotta
a
start a
thing-
Heroes
it's a,
podcast.
It's a thing where
Hey,
when you're
I don't remember.
I thought that's what this was.
I don't remember. Yeah,
calling yourself Heroes for
I
5
said
years,
Heroes
Eric.
Never Die. That's the name of the podcast, right?
What podcast? It's over.
Uh-huh.
We should definitely rewatch Heroes.
You know when you're watching a thing and you're like, they're stringing me along. I wish you'd just get to it.
Yeah.
Heroes should not have just gotten to it.
No.
I also
some
remember
questions
too,
are better than answers.
I also remember too, the big like finale of season 1 be like, they're gonna fight. And then they didn't really fight at all.
Right.
I just remember that. I don't remember exactly what happens, like Siler versus Peter. Because his thing was like he had anybody's power that was nearby.
yeah.
So he was kind of like he could have more than one at a time or something. Like it was like first he didn't know how it was working because
Right.
his brother could fly. And he thought he could fly, and then he tried to fly and he couldn't. He
Right,
fell
because
down.
he didn't really know what was happening.
Yeah. That sucked how they ended that. Also, maybe dragging that out a little bit more.
Maybe
It was cool that Zachary Quinto was opening people's brains though. and, like,
that was
eating
cool.
them.
He was a cool villain in
He was a cool
season
villain
1
guy.
And that's kind of all the show had. was-
Remember when
Really? Yeah.
when
No,
Peter
season 1 was cool.
Peter woke up in a shipping container in season 2?
Yes. Yeah, and then they did the thing too, where it's just like, and he doesn't have his powers.
Right.
That's why I'm watching the show.
Yeah.
Stop taking their powers away.
Oh, Heroes, not normals.
And then
Hold on.
Nathan died. He died. He killed him. And then Siler
Yeah.
had the shape-shifting power.
Yeah.
And then they manipulated him, wiped his brain, made him turn into Nathan, and then erased his memory, and he thought he was Nathan.
Beautiful.
That happened.
Anyway, it sounds like you're explaining Metal Gear Solid.
Definitely.
Hey!
Yeah.
My arm was cut off, but the
bring me-
spirit of Liquid Snake is in my arm.
Bring Me the Horizon does tons of Metal Gear Solid shit in their show.
Ooh.
They'd have like codec calls and shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
I like that.
It's pretty cool.
That's neat. Let's learn about Burger King.
what?
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Our previous Burger King episode was released January 4th, 2022, where we ate the Burger King Italian chicken sandwich. It received an average score of 7.825. Damn, we must have been pissed.
That's on the lower
It
scale.
was very
scale,
low,
huh?
and then Michael wanted to give it extra numbers.
Geez, I can't believe it's been a year and some change since I ate Burger King.
And
More
in
than
fact,
change.
in fact,
What
even
are you-
longer.
What are you saying?
What?
January
Oh,
2022?
shit. What year is it?
Heroes.
His mind's been erased. Burger King, a notoriously low-scoring chain for Face Jam,
Interesting.
is somehow still around and has money.
What?
Just this week, Burger King's parent company announced that it is investing $300 million into modernizing its restaurant locations, which is great because we want to walk into Burger King and feel like we're in the future. Do you think your grandkids will be eating a Whopper in the year 2100? Do you think there will be an America in 2100?
We don't have to go down this rabbit hole, but in my the year of gaming that I'm going through,
The year of gaming.
I am now.
Yeah, you're playing
I've moved-
Skyrim, right?
I've moved on from Skyrim to another Bethesda game called Fallout.
Oh, dude. Which
Wow.
one? The first one? Or 3?
No, I'm
Four.
picking up at 3.
Oh, okay.
cool.
I just started 3 as well. But that's because I got the itch because of the show.
Me too.
It made me
I'm
want to play.
playing-
I'm
and so I
playing.
wanted 3.
I'm playing New Vegas and 4 at the same time.
I'm playing
Yeah.
these games so I can watch the show.
Oh, okay. I mean,
So
if
I've
you play the
avoided-
game for 10 hours, you can watch the
I
show.
understand that.
Yep.
But I'm going to play all the games.
Okay.
I skipped New Vegas because really,
You
really,
don't-
my wife wants to watch the show, and I was like, wouldn't it be fun if we like played the games first and we like knew a little bit more about it? And she's like, can you play faster?
Yeah.
I want to watch the show.
that is
the
so
game
how
you
this
don't
works.
play
Yeah.
fast at all. You just
Right.
wander around looking through trash cans.
Fallout New Vegas is to me the best of those games. It's my favorite one.
It
but,
is-
but it's the one that is definitely the least fucking connected to that thing.
Okay,
even
so
though it takes place area-wise the closest to it.
Right, because I know that one. The show takes place in California.
Yeah, and so but the rest of them are more in the vein of what.
like the storyline.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
3 is
stuff,
real
yeah.
good though. I'll say just for because you actually start the game in the vault.
Yes.
Yes.
and you get like, oh, this is vault life.
Yeah.
This is New Vegas.
It,
is like,
it
the
shows
fuck
you that
out.
stuff. Oh, New Vegas, you're just a guy who lives in the area.
wasteland.
You're
And
just a guy.
Fallout 4 is like
Fallout
it
4
starts in 2077. Which
It starts
Which is
with
the beginning. By
when
the
the
way, if
bombs
you're
drop.
unfamiliar.
When the bombs drop in Fallout
retro-
4,
it's
it's
retro
happening at the
future.
same time.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
show.
It's retro.
Oh, that's
future.
crazy.
Yeah, it's retro future.
It
so
is,
check
yeah.
out Fallout.
Yeah, I had
That
no
would've been
idea.
cool if they
I had no
sponsored
idea what
this.
this was. It was another. I realized that like Elder Scrolls and,
Yeah.
and Skyrim, most Bethesda games are just a blind spot for me.
Yeah.
but playing Skyrim and then going into the Fallout games was really helpful because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all the same
Yeah, you
fucking
just went,
It's like
style.
the
I don't
leveling
have
up
to-
is usually very different across
Yeah.
the games, but
Yeah.
like the world's like, I got it.
You're
Yeah,
like,
I know how to
I-
interact with these people.
I
what's
don't
going
have
on
to pick
here.
up every single thing I see.
No, I
Oh
do.
God! In fact,
No, I
usually
do.
don't.
Yeah.
Don't pick up the toasters.
No,
you don't need
I
them.
don't-
Okay, I don't
You
pick up the toasters.
You don't need to pick up all those pencils.
I need the
Leave
Wonder
them.
Glue.
No,
I
you
will
need-
say you do need screws and shit in 4.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
But it was only
Yeah.
to get the achievements because there's like settlements and shit.
The,
there's a lot of crap in 4 I
yeah,
don't care
The
about.
interface with like picking up items and stuff and like looting people in 4 is great.
Yes.
It's way better than it was in Skyrim.
It's real old in
And
3.
Fallout 3 is rough.
Yeah, I mean
in that
Fallout
regard.
3.
It's rough in
Is that
how
what
it
came
looks
out?
too.
I'm trying to think order of what came out. Was it 3, then New Vegas, then Skyrim? Because
Yeah.
New Vegas was like a different
Yeah.
team.
Is
kind of
Obsidian, I
I
think?
just remember New Vegas came out and it was a pile of shit. And
it was held together with
it was,
Scotch
It was
tape.
broken as fuck.
Wonder
Like
Glue.
nothing
Yeah, it was
worked.
bad.
That's why you got to pick up the Wonder
But
Glue.
now I will say he's right. It's probably like the strongest. Like you just
It's-
want to get in there and Fallout, play New
the best
Vegas.
one. Yep.
They cleaned it up real good. I stopped playing it
Yep.
because of that when it first came out, and I went back
Really?
to it a bunch of years later, and I was like, "Whoa, it's a game now."
It was one of the first ones where you
Playing
need to
Fallout
play
4, and this is the last we can talk about it, so we can get
That's
on
a
with
lie.
the other
That's not
facts.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll come back to it.
It's the most modern Bethesda game I've played.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to play Starfield.
Not for another 15 years.
We'll see.
You're gonna check it out.
Maybe in 2100.
Jordan's year of gaming.
It's still going.
You're gonna be like, remember 100 years ago when I played Skyrim?
Yep.
Well, see, Fallout 4 made me want a modern,
Yeah.
up-to-date, current-gen version of an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Right. That's called Elder Scrolls 5.
Yeah.
It's not out yet.
No.
When?
Probably about 50 years.
Yeah, I mean it'll be
2100?
It's.
2030 something.
I mean,
like
they've released Skyrim 14 times.
Yeah. that. They're not in a rush.
It was
They don't
That's how
care.
many times it took me to
forever
play it.
Yeah.
in between Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was Cat. Cat walked by.
Oh.
And then Fallout
Get her in
4 to Starfield. So if Skyrim's next, which I don't know what it is, probably like 7 years, I would say.
He skipped
Good
Fallout
guess.
76.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure did. That actually,
That one I know I'm not gonna
I didn't
play.
play it, and I don't really care. But now that you mentioned, that's pissed me off that they wasted real game time making that shit. It's like Breath of the Wild. Stop making it.
Stop. It's enough. We
Make
did
a
it.
goddamn real Zelda game, you piece of shit.
Yep.
Anyway,
I like Tears of the Kingdom.
I don't need open world Zelda again though. Make the goddamn game you've been making for fucking 25 years.
They're gonna feel whatever. I'm absolutely with
I
you.
was fine with Breath of the Wild. You had to make them back to back.
Yep. I agree. Give me something
Where's
linear.
Obsidian? Have them make that one while you
Yeah,
guys make a
fuck
real
yeah.
one. All right.
Next fact.
The McDonald's snack wrap, which is not in Fallout, stolen and renamed the Crispy Wrap by Burger King.
Interesting.
Was not the King's first foray into ram jamming food into a tortilla and making you buy it. In 2016, BK launched the Whopperito, a food that consists of most of the ingredients of the Whopper wrapped inside a tortilla. If this sounds like something your dad would make for you after he moves into his one-bedroom apartment after divorcing your mom, and you said you wanted Chipotle, and he said he can make the same thing, you'd be right, as BK quickly and quietly discontinued this sad dad food within months of launching. Have it his way. Also, if your dad's living in a single bedroom apartment, he did not divorce your mom. Just so you know.
But that's not what he said.
He was handed.
What are you talking about?
He was handed paperwork at the factory one day.
No, that's not what my dad said.
In front of everyone.
He said it was his choice.
Yeah. He said he's winning.
Yeah. And he keeps saying it. I don't know.
He and his friend, the receptionist, both found out at the same time.
She doesn't. I saw her for a while. She doesn't come around anymore.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, she was around a lot.
Maybe she wanted Chipotle too, and that's what he was giving her. So it didn't make any sense.
In
Fucking
March of this
Whopperito.
year, that's 2024,
Yep.
Jordan, just so if you didn't know. A New
It's
York.
not 23.
A New Yorker.
A New
sorry.
York-
Guys, we got to
Hey,
stop making
hey,
these years.
In March of this year, a New York filed a $15
He's
million
reading what it says.
a $15 million lawsuit against the Lower Manhattan Burger King. Now, what is a Manhattan? Would you describe that as a borough? Claiming that the franchise allowed, quote, rampant drug dealing in and around its store. Nick's excited.
Cool.
That was this year, Nick. You can still catch it.
He can get Jet, Psycho.
Oh, he's the one.
Yeah, we need this cams. After the suit was filed, New York City Mayor Eric Adams went to the BK and had an hour-long sit-down with the dealers.
What?
This is not a joke. Adams offered them jobs, and they offered him a hit. This is real. New York. It's a hell of a town. I mean, Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, okay?
Right.
And look at that
Anything's
guy.
possible.
That is
Anything's
melting goo.
This guy filed this lawsuit, and he's like, someone has to do something about this Burger
Eric
King.
Adams.
You
They
know what
were
Eric
just-
Adams did? He went down there man to man.
Trying to prevent a mutiny.
They interviewed a bunch of people that like lived in the area, and they're like, "Hey, Eric Adams just had a sit down with a bunch of the drug dealers at the Burger King," and everyone just went, "Right, we've been complaining about it because we want it to stop."
Right.
So he sat down with them.
You got to
Let me
break
get-
bread, dude.
Let me get their perspective.
What the fuck?
I also like that he sat down with them at, I imagine, the Burger
He
King.
did. He sat
where
down
it's
with them at the Burger King.
It's their turf.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He didn't take a hit, but he did do a whip it.
Yeah. Right, but that was unrelated to all of
That was
this.
unrelated.
That was honestly before he went in. There's 7-Eleven across the street.
He went down there and he's like, "You guys still selling the?
Yeah, but-
you guys still selling the Giuliani goo? when you OD, it starts oozing out of you."
The
On the top of
idea
your head.
the idea that you would have to file a $15 million lawsuit, and the mayor goes, "Guys, let me go talk to these guys."
He looked
Hey,
at the lawsuit and said, "I'm gonna squash this beef."
Don't worry, I'll settle this. Hey, you guys want jobs?
They were like, "We have jobs. It's very lucrative,
Yeah, we have jobs, and frankly, we're killing it.
Yeah,
and we
we're
get to meet the mayor."
Yeah,
Comes with all sorts of perks. And we hang out at this Burger
I've
King.
never met the mayor.
Can I take a picture for my mom?
I've met the mayor.
I told you I'd amount to something. You have met the mayor.
Are you in? And she texts back, "Are you in a Burger King?"
Did you offer him a hit? And the final fact of the final Face Jam.
Yep.
On the R&B Money podcast, Chris Brown, known good guy, revealed that he invested in Burger King and owned at one point 14 restaurants. Okay, good stuff here. Let's rapid fire these. Chris Brown owns a Burger King? Question mark.
oh boy.
Have it his way or else. Chris Brown's Burger Kings have prices that won't be beat. We heard Chris Brown is renaming the Whopper at his restaurant the Whooper. Chris Brown should be in jail.
I like that last one. That last one's good.
Maybe Eric Adams should go talk to him.
No, they're gonna send the rat czar or whatever the fuck over. or to him. Jesus Christ.
Eric didn't write known good guy, by the way.
No.
I added
Yeah, no,
just
that
so-
was-
No, it was a
So
lot
I
of
have with the
editorializing.
audience. No, they don't get printouts of the fact sheet.
No.
But I'm glad I was heading in the right direction.
yeah.
I mean,
As I,
wasn't really
said
sure
it,
what-
as I said it, I went, I wonder if it's the same Chris Brown I'm thinking of. Oh, it is.
I was wondering that
when
too.
I found out that there was a Chris Brown Burger King connection, it was like it's the scene in The Simpsons where they talked about all the diseases inside Mr. Burns, where it's Three Stooges syndrome, and they're all
trying to
getting through
cram
at the
in to get
same
through the door
time,
and they can't
I
fit.
couldn't
Yeah.
type fucking fast enough. I'm just going, shit.
Yeah, it definitely felt like you were just like stream of consciousness typing this out. Fuck it, we got
You just start like word associating and going, there's something there. Oh man. 14 Burger
You just go to
Kings.
Chat GPT and you type in Chris Brown, Burger King, violence.
Oh man, those are
14's
the,
a lot.
Those are the facts, and those are all real Burger King things. The mayor should talk to Chris Brown.
I didn't know the mayor was so like available.
Clearly.
Well, that means he's a good mayor.
Can we get him on our podcast?
I wonder
Probably.
when he's going to be on The Masked Singer.
Oh,
Dude, you know-
boy, you know he will be.
You know he's fucking gonna be. You know it. Rudy
There's
Giuliani, who walked off?
There's nothing worse than a politician who wants
One
to
of the
be
hosts, I don't
liked by
remember,
everyone
right? Or like
and be
MCs or whatever.
popular.
Yeah.
What's that?
There's nothing worse than a politician who wants to be like popular, like
Oh yeah.
the funny guy or
Yeah.
something.
And it's
you
like,
know?
oh, that's not what this is.
Yeah.
Your decisions.
personality.
Yeah. Your decisions are affecting my livelihood.
yeah.
I shouldn't like
Can
you.
you think of any? I can't.
Some go the other way too, which is interesting.
But that's what we know about Burger King. And that's
What's
The
up with
last fact ever was about Chris Brown.
uh-huh.
that'll live
That'll live in
the
infamy where it
archives
belongs.
forever.
Yeah.
So put it in a time capsule, and in 2100, when there's no America,
When there's no America, well, unfurl your flag that you've saved,
Yeah.
your great great grandkids have saved, and then listen to these facts.
right,
It'll be
and the
like-
flag flying over America now, Hong Kong,
Wow.
and then you salute it.
and then we all salute it.
full circle.
Can you imagine? Humble beginnings.
We come a long way, baby. Remember when this is a podcast that the sales department refused to sell?
But then
we
sold
did-
and refused to let us start it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then we did 5.
But then they let us start it
episodes.
and then somehow forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did 5 episodes, and they said you weren't supposed to do ads on all those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I thought you weren't starting this till next year. Well, those don't count.
Yeah. and then it quickly became the only thing they could sell. And then
You're speaking like hyperbole.
yeah, these are all
Right,
I'm doing air quotes the whole
Yeah,
time.
this is
yeah.
yeah. Imagine if a company ran like that.
Yeah, and then a lot of people, and then a lot of people who are telling you can't make this, told you, and I am here, and I did it, and you're welcome, and you go, okay,
You have been telling us that, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
You need to stop saying that.
Remember when the show was like going to be about?
Eric, we're talking about Eric.
Oh yeah, it was all his fault.
Yeah.
right, legally,
Finally for you to, nice to come clean.
legally correct,
Legally correct.
yeah. I want to listen to the first
For now.
I
For
don't
now.
want to listen to the first episode.
I don't either, because-
I never will.
But I want it. It just has to be so fucking weird.
I imagine it's slower, quieter,
Yeah.
and too structured, and probably too short. Probably over by now. We're 38 minutes in. It's
Oh,
probably not even that
definitely.
long.
Yeah.
Like the show was like, it was supposed to be about like Michael loving this food and me being like, oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And like just the way the show has changed
on
so
paper
much since then.
is still such a better concept to actually get greenlit through a company.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean,
Like, how would we pitch what the show is now? It would.
we would have
never
to
let us.
we
make
would
it.
have to explain.
It was the
so
much better. You know, sometimes people like I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong here. I'm pretty sure that was kind of the story with Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And that's why like literally the pilot and maybe like first 2 episodes is like, they're like detectives.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
they
That's
needed
what got
so-
it
they needed
approved.
it to be
What's-
about
what's the
something.
thin
And then they were
premise?
like,
Yeah.
we're doing that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was planned. That's what this show was, but not planned.
Yeah. Right.
But it was a great plan we didn't have.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
To
don't,
get
I
our
don't
foot
know
in the door
our-
and then do this.
Our end game wasn't always monkey and
No.
and shenanigans, but I'm glad like just in a natural progression kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, I look at all the crap it led to.
Weird.
with
It
Sauce
became
Monkey.
crazy stuff.
Much
And
like
we-
a Bethesda
Gracie
game,
and-
it became the show where we started the main quest line and then never continued it.
Yes,
Right,
that
yeah.
is
We've
that's
been-
definitely
well,
correct.
I just
It's
gotta
like,
get.
we need to go.
yeah.
We need to go to the next step of the quest, and we're at max level with 400,000 caps. Every guy dies in one hit.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're only using the fat man.
We had to go get all the Minutemen, like you know,
definitely.
settlements established
absolutely.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is.
Do you remember when we were first starting? I think we had talked about it, and you kept telling me, "Oh yeah, on this show, I don't think I'm giving anything below a 90." You just kept going like,
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. It,
Yeah.
You were like,
Yeah.
you're
Well,
like,
that-
I
and
think
that
this
was
is gonna be
funny.
funny. Yeah, yeah. And then the show just took on a life of its own, and it's like,
Kind of
love
didn't
it.
really matter.
No, you
what
didn't
the
need it.
rating
No,
was.
because
Yeah.
we found the
No, I don't
fucking.
know.
That's
we
what
found
I
everything else in
needed
it.
early on.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
That was the hook.
Yep.
Since I'm like the pretentious artist writer type, I need.
Well, you were.
I still need.
You've
it to-
become a wastelander now.
I'm a ghoul.
Jordan started out as like a vault dweller.
I'm
a ghoul.
Yeah.
He's been out long
You've
enough.
been
He's
drinking too
ghoulified.
much radiation from the toilet.
No, the water tastes fine to me.
What are you looking at, smooth skin?
I still need this show to be about something deeper than just like us fucking around.
Oh, of
but
course, yeah.
I think what I have found in like thinking about it is just the fact that no matter what the food is or the quality of it, there is an intrinsic link to like culture there.
Yeah.
And like for me, I feel like since I didn't eat a lot of this stuff as an adult, it's like discovering it. Like the fact that there's so many gremlins amongst us,
Yeah.
amongst me.
Yeah. And not just
Was
of the world.
truly-
You mean in your circle?
Yes.
You
yes.
had no idea.
And then we
You
did
thought
food
you had a
court
better
and they were
class of
everywhere.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Someone like Gracie shows up and in 1 second
I was like,
is like a fucking
this was like a
absolute
normal
trash
girl.
goblin.
And
Who
she
would've
was
thought?
normal. She was normal for like 2 episodes.
She was, yeah.
And then she's
Yeah.
talking about the food truck. the
She
feeding
ain't
truck.
talking about it. She's pitching it.
Yeah.
She's demanding fluffles.
It was
I
fucking
used to,
crazy.
I used to like going to like cool local restaurants with Pasta Pete.
Oh, yeah.
And then we bust out Fazoli's and he's like, I love Fazoli's.
You got pizza? You got pizza? Can I have pizza?
my-
Can I have pizza?
My first reaction.
What's a bureau?
My first reaction wasn't
Burrow, Chris.
Onion mustard.
my first reaction when Chris liked Fazoli's
Like
was
something like you put clothes in it?
a burrow. My first reaction when Chris said, "Oh, I love Fazoli's. I used to go there all the time." It wasn't you like Fazoli's. It was you've heard of
Yes,
Fazoli's.
yeah, absolutely,
That's
yeah.
what was shocking to me because I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah, dude. They're out there, man.
Fucking crazy.
Them peoples are out there.
Yep.
They're amongst us.
It's fucking nuts.
So in a lot of ways, it would be pretentious to compare ourselves to Anthony Bourdain. But
And so here you
we're-
go.
We're like, I'm the Jim Henson of Rooster Teeth.
and that's
Yes, you are.
We are like if Anthony Bourdain, if every episode was him going to the Waffle House.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Absolutely. But
Anyway.
The restaurants really were the surprise too. Mm-hmm. The going there, that was never part of the plan.
Yeah, it was never
No,
part
no,
of the
and
I
that
was
just-
I was
and
driving
assuming-
up and you guys were
assuming
leaving
adventure.
and I
Yep.
hopped in the car with
Yep.
you and it turned into
'Cause we
being
were just
part of
gonna
the
go grab
podcast.
it, and it was
Yeah.
all
food going to get it doesn't matter at all. I can't believe we've never saw like a stick up.
yeah, dude, it feels like we've been
Dude,
close.
I feel like
You
we've
know
been
what I
close.
mean? And Gracie was almost in a shootout, but it was just the people working there.
There's a shit on amongst the that one right there in the corner next to the goo.
Oh fuck,
man. And the P.F. Chang's adventures.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I looked this morning at the thing you posted of like food throughout the years.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, there's some real fucking slop in
yeah.
there. And one came up, I'm like, oh, I think that was P.F. Chang's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, because it looked
Some-
nice.
Some of them
It
I
was like a nice restaurant.
I didn't want to look at them because I was like, I don't want to think about how I ate these.
Oh, it's
I know it's over like the course of 5 years or whatever, but still.
it's a lot of grease shit. But let's learn about Burger King wraps.
Whatever.
And we'll keep it going. Beautiful.
Burger King wraps. Each BK Royal Crispy Wrap, that's what they're called, features crispy fried white meat chicken, tomato, and lettuce wrapped up in a soft flour tortilla. They come in 3 flavors. Classic with savory royal sauce, spicy with chicken coated in a triple pepper spicy glaze, and honey mustard. Why did I eat 4?
Because
The new Fiery Buffalo Royal Crisp Wrap features crispy white meat chicken breast filet coated in a spicy buffalo glaze and a creamy buffalo sauce with juicy buffalo tomato and crisp buffalo lettuce and a soft, warm buffalo tortilla.
So the crisp wraps came out.
I had to check to see if it actually said that. Or not.
They're limited time,
right.
but most of the
Act now.
most of the wraps came out
Act
late last year.
Okay.
The buffalo one came out more recently, and that's the second push.
So we ate one limited time thing.
No. They're all limited time.
They've been around since late last year.
Yeah, they have been.
It's May.
long limit.
but here's the thing. You'll learn about more of that in the press material section.
No, that doesn't surprise me. I
Which
bet
is-
Burger King's very patient.
Boy, when you take a look at it. All right.
Quote, at Burger King, we're no strangers to innovation when it comes to chicken.
Ever heard of chicken? Yeah, that was us.
We first introduced the BK registered trademark Royal Crispy Chicken Sandwich last August, and our guests with a capital G have loved it so much that we've turned it into a snack-sized wrap version, said Pat O'Toole, Chief Marketing Officer, Burger King North America. The BK registered trademark Royal Crispy Wraps offer our guests with a capital G an all-new way to enjoy our BK registered trademark Royal Crispy Chicken without sacrificing quality ingredients, bold flavors, and the choice to have it your way. At BK.
No. Don't sing the song.
Have it your way.
He was good for so long.
was.
Yeah.
I think he was feeding off our energy. And
containing it
now
a
we're
little
reading
bit.
off paper, and he's
Yep.
like,
He was
where'd
getting
it
it
go?
out.
Where'd it go?
He was getting it out in giggles.
Yep. All right. Hit me with the next part.
Quote, since their initial launch to menus nationwide last year, our Royal Crispy Wraps, where'd the registered trademark go? Oh, because that was on
It's not BK. Yep.
Yeah.
Our Royal Crispy Wraps quickly became the most popular limited time offering, LTO, to hit Burger King menus in the U.S. within the last 4 years, said Pat O'Toole, Chief Marketing Officer, Burger King North America.
What happened 5 years ago?
Despite being launched as an LTO, that's a limited time offering if you forgot, wraps are here to stay. And we're excited to bring a new flavor to guests with a capital G with Fiery Buffalo, which brings a tangy, buttery buffalo flavor with the perfect amount of spice. End quote.
That's why we got them.
They're here to stay,
because
dude.
they were LTOs.
And then they just
that
dropped-
made the jump to
Now they're LT.
now they're just O's.
Hey, welcome to the show.
What? Kid, call your family. But the Buffalo whatever Royal Crispy one, that one's not sticking around apparently.
So that's an LTO.
Unless it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Like all
which,
the other
Right,
ones.
yeah.
which it will.
We'll find out
Like-
in next August.
Yeah. So Burger King, I wanted to do as our last episode because I feel like it's the one that split us from the Jammers the most.
It is our most controversial take that
Yeah.
it is
I don't know about that. I just think
amongst the audience.
I
it
think,
seems
I
to
think
be.
the audience fucking goes crazy for
Here's
Burger
what I
King.
think.
Well, we
Here's
also
what I
don't say nice things about them, like saying they need to be deprogrammed.
But here's what I think though. I don't think it's most of the jammers. I think the disgusting, lowly Burger King fan jammers are just so loud
It's a
about
whole
it.
other tier.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't think it's split very evenly.
Yeah.
I think
I can see that.
think there's probably like a good 5% of the audience that are so angry that they were programmed to like Burger King that they have to fight back.
I agree.
Their parents whispered, "You hate McDonald's. You hate McDonald's. You hate McDonald's." Well, they were sleeping.
every night, yeah.
I don't think it's that much of a split, but
Right.
they do complain the most for sure, and I understand being wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't understand, but I can. I imagine
On
it.
an intellectual level, you can
Right, I
get where
understand
they're
the
coming from.
concept.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't split opinion amongst us because here's the conversation we had yesterday when we were telling Gracie, you know, we were going to miss her and stuff. And she said, I will miss you guys and a delicious meal as well. Well, I guess the second part depends on where y'all end up eating. And Eric said Burger King. And she said, oh, okay, I'm not that upset. I don't think I like it there. She said, I was like, Gracie went from being sad about missing tomorrow's episode to relieved. And she said she's been spared the atrocity that is BK.
I mean, the thing about Burger King is that it's not
Good.
So, well, it's not so fucking bad that it is like like this abysmal, atrocious thing.
No, like
it just
Burger King isn't as bad as Fazoli's.
No,
No.
no. Fazoli's was
But
soft and it
Fazoli's
tasted like
is-
cigarettes.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Fazoli's
have any
isn't-
cigarette food here.
Fazoli's isn't number 2.
No,
No. You know what
I
that's,
mean?
No,
that to
that's-
me is the issue with Burger King.
Get that. It's like Pizza Hut. Get out
Yeah,
of here.
yeah.
What are you
It's just-
doing here?
Get the fuck out of
How
here.
are you still alive?
It just doesn't do anything that I feel it should be doing. The fries fucking suck. We got fries.
Yeah.
There are so many leftover fries, dude.
the
Like
fries were definitely
the onion
Gracie would've
rings
eaten 'em.
mowed through.
the onion rings were the best thing, but even
were.
then they weren't good.
They
Yeah.
were okay, but they were the best thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we got the 4 wraps, and Nick ate them all in record time.
Only one of them was good.
Oh, interesting.
I only
well,
li-
let's talk about the food. Let's talk
I
about the
only
rating and
liked
everything.
one
You
of
have
them.
to?
Yeah.
I only liked the spicy one.
Okay, now spicy or buffalo?
The buffalo was the worst one.
Wow, really?
The buffalo was just the lowest quality buffalo sauce,
Mm-hmm.
where it's
That's a buff a no from him.
it's like mostly vinegar. They're trying to
More
trick
hummy
you into
mustard.
thinking it's spicy. He really liked the hummy mustard.
No, he really likes it. That's why I keep saying it.
it's so funny.
That's why he really likes
I'll
it.
say that the honey mustard was probably the second best. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
And then the original one was so bland.
There was like nothing to it, right?
What are
It was
we even
supposed to, it's
doing?
like, oh, it has like royal sauce. And you're like, I don't
Innovation.
think there's anything on
I think that's
this.
mayo.
Yeah, I think so too. There was just
spi-
nothing to
The
it.
spicy one was the best by far, but
Yeah.
still. Like,
Interesting.
I think I like the buffalo the best.
I think I like the buffalo the
it
best
was
also.
buffalo then spicy.
Yeah,
I
me
just don't
too.
care about the other ones.
Yeah.
I just hate that phoned in buffalo sauce.
It was
That's
phoned in.
like-
It was
total-
phoned in,
here's the
but I
thing.
liked that
That's
it
like
made
cafeteria
it wet.
level.
It
Yeah.
needed to be wet.
It needed to be wet.
It needed to be a little wet, and there was some kick to it.
Yeah.
That's
now,
it.
but I do agree with you. It is the lowest quality
Yes.
on that.
No, that's
100%.
not- No, that's you didn't.
Did
read
you not
the
listen
thing
to Pat O'Toole?
about how they retain the amazing quality?
Are you guys talking about the LTO that we just ate?
Yeah, dude. No sacrificing quality ingredients, bold flavors, and the choice to have it your way.
Oh wow.
The LTO from the QSR.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. I don't know about that.
I don't think it did.
Also, here's the thing. When I ordered all the food. I asked people if they want anything else. No. Okay, cool. Okay, here's your total. Great. Put the card in. And Nick,
Immediately.
like it's like one of our early episodes, just leans in. Yeah, can we make sure you get zesty sauce? You get
did.
a zesty sauce?
He did.
Can you give us zesty sauce?
He did say that. He did, dude. We have like 6 left at the table, which means he's probably got some over there in his pockets too.
Yeah.
Not yet.
yet.
Well,
The-
he does.
the look
but not-
on his face.
He
Not
does,
yet.
but not from today.
Nuh-uh,
Like he brought those with him from a
Yep.
previous trip.
Yep.
No.
So what do you think?
That Jordan Love walked
Yeah.
by, you thought he was like, hey, get up. He was going, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Why are you?
Enough.
Yeah. That
so
equipment better not leave with you.
so you're saying that number one was spicy.
Yeah, spicy was the best one.
Wow. Okay.
By a landslide to me.
Okay.
Like
I like
maybe
the buff.
maybe I got a
like
good one.
is a strong word.
Yeah.
Dislike the least.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's about right.
But it was
I
wetness.
borderline tolerated it.
Wow.
That's how much I liked it.
Damn, dude.
Huh. Okay. So what do you think of the royal wraps, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, what did we give it last time? 7.825. These aren't that bad.
It's
They're
definitely better than whatever is said. First of all,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure we were in a mood.
Yes.
I don't.
around January,
Yeah.
dude. You know we're filming like before Christmas.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
We're,
yeah.
we're taping that before Christmas. Probably stressful.
2021,
Yep.
still in like hell mode.
Times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Eating on Eric's car
People
at that
complaining about
point.
that cold going around.
Yes.
Dude, that was that the one where we were in the car and Eric? Should we tell this story?
What? I don't
we
remember.
It was when we were driving to the Burger King and you got a call from someone saying, "Hey, I got exposed to COVID over the weekend."
Motherfucker,
And I
that
hang-
was this episode.
And I was hanging out
we
with
were,
you.
We were
with
all
you.
in the car
And I was
together.
like, "Oh, cool! In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess." And
I forgot
and
about
then
that.
so we came back and we tested
Yep.
again because I think we tested the day before. We
I
tested
miss
again.
shoving shit up my nose brain.
I know. Yeah.
Now I just find random stuff to put on
my
there.
eye
just to-
watering.
just-
And in the middle
It
of that
has to
episode,
touch the back of your head, or else it doesn't count.
in the middle of that episode, Eric gets a text and goes, "Well, I'm positive."
Yep.
And then, and so that's why I spent Christmas separated from my wife.
Yep. I forgot
Get out on
about
Burger
that.
King, did you?
Yep. I totally forgot about
had
it.
to live
I didn't believe in
upstairs.
it anyway, so it didn't bother me.
Oh, that's good then. That works.
I think you were the only one who got it. But like, we all decided we were in the middle of the episode. It's like,
We just went like, well, we're too far now.
We're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
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 You were in the car.
But I do remember
you got the phone
going
call.
out of my way to touch stuff, like extra stuff.
Just in
I
case.
started licking.
I
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
away from him more than
I
usual.
licked my hands every time I went to open a door.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Just in
Before
case.
and after.
Just in case.
Yeah. All right. What do you give this?
Okay,
what do you think?
he's going nuts
Yeah,
over there.
he's just too much.
For Burger King, it was surprisingly decent.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because they suck ass. They suck shit, dude. There's nothing crazy about these things, but like I didn't want to be dead while I was eating them. I'd get the buffalo again. The spicy wasn't bad. It's really hard to like not just fill my rating with hatred, but I give it a 50.
wow.
Wow.
I guess, yeah.
And we finally got Michael to
We
do.
got him to
we
do
finally
it.
got you. Michael finally gave his score first.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure, I've done that once before.
Nope.
Yes.
Ever?
Never.
No, I just don't care. Last episode.
What do you think, Jordan? Now you know Michael's
I
score.
know. I don't know how to operate in
Yes,
this.
Jordan.
in
This is
this
the second
landscape.
time Jordan's looking at me slack-jawed, wide-eyed.
99.9. No.
Yeah, you don't have it in you.
I don't. I do not.
You couldn't live with yourself.
You don't have Jordan.
It's like the last
You'd
one.
fucking
It would,
toss and
bug,
turn.
it would bug me for the
You would
rest
come
of
in
my life.
tomorrow, and be like, we got to redo.
Yeah,
we had to redo it.
re-record that.
Can we do a pickup
the
order?
Just
ending.
ADR.
We gotta redo the
ADR.
ending.
And then
12.
also Eric has to redo the math. I'm going to give it a 39.
Okay. That's a 44.5. For the 4 that we got, that's probably fair. I mean, like, again, I like the buffalo probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the spicy one.
The problem is, like, I think the tortilla fucking sucks, and having lettuce and tomato in it is, like, weird. But,
It
like,
is weird, yeah.
you know, it's just sort of like, whatever.
Hey, it's Burger King. What did you expect?
But now we have our final snack attack, and
Oh,
these
yeah.
are Cheetos that Jordan brought in.
Yeah, my wife picked these up. So there's a cool little like Asian online grocery store.
Yeah.
It's called Wee.
Whee!
It's got like 5 E's. And they usually have like some interesting stuff. So we use it to get spicy chili oil. But
Oh,
she,
nice.
She saw these and I was like, hey, this could be good. So these are all in Korean.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's some sort of herb and chicken flavor.
Yeah, there's a chicken like drumstick on
I
it.
forgot what it was.
Oh, cool.
She told me.
That's
but I
fun.
forgot.
Jordan's gonna get this open, and we're gonna try a Cheeto.
I am gonna get it open.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. There it
You
goes.
actually had to turn it around.
Yeah.
That one side was faulty.
I just trimmed my nail. Sorry.
All right.
How does that matter?
I don't know. I'm excited.
You pinch with your fingers.
I'm excited to. I grab it with my nails. Okay. Let's see. That.
The consistency is different than a regular Cheeto. It's like softer and
It
airier.
tastes like something I've eaten and I don't know what it is. It tastes just like another food that exists already.
It is sweet.
Let me try.
Oh, it's like a Funyun.
It is like a Funyun.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
But then it finishes like something else.
Yeah, but the consistency of it, it's Cheeto shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the consistency is Funyun.
It's definitely not chicken. Yeah, maybe some sweet onion. Yeah.
Definitely a sweet onion.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah, I could eat a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think it's a more convenient shape than a Funyun.
Yeah. I
Definitely.
hate
Funyun
eating
shapes are dumb as fuck.
If,
Yeah.
if Funyun was like this, I'd have Funyuns all the time.
Funyun shapes are dumb as fuck, dude. It just like crumbles in your. It's stupid.
How many
get it.
times have you been like cut on the corner of your mouth by those?
Oh yeah, where you try? I'm like this one. Like this one, I can get in
like,
one.
like getting caught by the window of a Tesla, right in the
Right in
armpit.
the armpit. Oh. Well, hey
Dude,
man, we've all been there.
Tesla windows, Funyuns, and Captain Crunch.
Yep.
They'll get you.
They'll get you. Watch
Okay,
out.
so what do you think? What's your rating on Cheetos?
Tastes nothing like a
Cheetos
Cheeto.
Funyuns.
Yeah, very un-Cheeto-y. And I'm not even sure if it
I mean, I like what
achieves
it-
the flavor it's going for, but
I
it's
like
good.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's a sweeter Funyun.
I'll give that a 75.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an exactly 75 as well.
Okay.
Do the math.
What's the average on that?
75. Yeah.
Interesting. Check his work.
I like it. They're very like if I had like a big bag of those, it's the right kind of Cheeto where I'm not going to have a billion, which is my problem with chips. When I have a chip
He has
that I
no
want,
self-control.
I'm like, oh
He
my
turns
God.
into Nick.
Dude, it's bad. It's really bad. But when I have something like that, I can have about 6 and then I go, That's enough for me, I think.
You have like a patch for that. You put a chipotine patch
But
on.
I'm
It
addicted.
controls you.
Well, that was the last snack
Then you put 'em on
attack.
and you eat them.
Now here's the section that we cut out if we didn't get all the legal paperwork signed.
What does that mean?
Face Jam is ending,
What?
but
Yeah, remember when you said it was the last episode?
I feel like this is. I'm finding out like Jordan sleeping at the airport while everyone else is on a bus back to the hotel. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? I wouldn't have stuck around.
I would have slept in this
I would have been
office.
getting a new job with Gracie.
so Face Jam is ending, but from its ashes will rise
The sun sets to rise again.
100% eat.
Yeah,
The new
that's our
show.
slogan.
Yep. So and it's
That's a hat
also
and a shirt.
it is and it's also the name of our
What?
new podcast. What was a
Nobody saw that
Were
coming.
those the subtle hints you
Yeah,
were leaving?
Nobody figured it out.
so
Sure no
what
one did.
was a fortnightly podcast will now become weekly.
No, nightly. Nightly podcast.
dinner. Eat it with dinner.
Eat it with dinner.
Like talk shows? 5 nights a week? 7 nights a week.
Wow! No,
7
breaks.
nights a week.
So we're going to
Stop
maintain.
making promises.
No, I'm not making promises. I'm making guarantees.
We're making jokes.
We're going to maintain the same RSS feed, the same YouTube channel, and all that
What?
stuff. We
Under the radar, though. Don't tell anyone.
we got all the rights to Face Jam. So now,
Yeah.
if you
the
listen,
show they really didn't want us to make, we get to keep.
that's right.
Yeah.
If you go
They
back,
couldn't wait to offload it onto us.
Which we should take it.
this might not be the same for every podcast out there from this company that's leaving and all this stuff.
In
But
fact, it won't be.
Yes.
I can guarantee you
Yep.
that, knowing nothing,
when you
it won't be the case.
When you listen to our back catalog, when you watch our previous stuff on YouTube, anything that we have done as Face Jam, we will have ownership rights of. So you are supporting us directly 100% as
That's
100%
actually cool
eat.
because we already did all the work for years.
Yes.
Yes.
And now we retroactively
Yeah,
get
and now
more
we can
credit.
reap the benefits. So along
We did it.
Along with 100% Eat, our weekly podcast, we are also launching a Patreon that we'll have more information on at 100% Eat on Twitter. And hopefully I get this Instagram thing fucking figured out. 100%eat.com.
You own that, right?
Yeah, I do. I think because it told me, hey, yeah, you can start this. And I went, great. And they said, hey, you can't, what's happening right now? And I went, I don't know.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So 100%eat.com should have it also. And with this Patreon, you can support us directly. We'll have different tiers. Everything will be laid out there. We'll record something. We'll explain all this to you guys later.
And we'll actually get their goddamn money?
Yes. So
For
when
once in our lives.
when you're
In our
supporting
miserable
when you're
subhuman
supporting
lives.
Face Jam, you're supporting us directly. When you're supporting
And no,
100% Eat,
And
you're
just
supporting
remember,
us
we
directly.
have no jobs now.
Yes, this is it.
I mean, Gracie does.
Well,
Yeah, I say we as in the people who are here today, not at their jobs.
So, along with 100% Eat the podcast, we can also announce our bonus Patreon podcast,
No.
the Michael Jordan podcast.
It's real!
Bulls win! Bulls win!
We
Nothing but net.
so it will be. We might
I'm Larry
record.
Bird.
We might record the first one right after this, so we might be riding
Probably
high from
not,
this,
though.
but we'll see.
Probably no, probably not though.
Plenty of time, baby. The Michael Jordan podcast is going to be a bonus one where we get together, we talk about what we've been up to, what we're doing. Sometimes it might be food related, like the way Spit and Silly was, kind of, but a little bit looser. We're not getting so formatted with it. We know that we have this thing that we want to do with the Michael Jordan podcast where it's just more. So if you
and
want
we were spitballing ideas of not letting Eric talk.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
know, some of those ideas are first ideas and then we
Yeah.
rethink
Well,
of the
we'll see.
ideas
I
and they're
said-
good.
I said
back,
we were-
back to our roots.
Yeah, I said we were starting at 0, and then Michael said we're starting at negative.
Yeah, I went negative too. I want Eric where Nick is over in the corner and Nick outside the room looking in.
outside that window, that's kind of like
It's
kind
opaque.
of frosted.
Yeah, I mean, none of these windows. We're being
So-
escorted from the building after this episode.
Again, you want to know the best way to support us when we make this changeover, which the time of this episode, hopefully everything is coming out. We'll be able to announce everything right on the top of it or whatever. We're looking at May 11th, May 12th. We're going to launch this Patreon. We're going to have all this information for you guys.
Those are promises.
You
okay?
can support us.
those are guarantees.
You can support us directly by listening to anything 100% Eat, by going back and checking out all of our back catalog, by going on our YouTube channel. That's going to be the spot where we're going to throw
baby.
our bonus content and everything. And if you want to go the extra mile, if you want to support us financially, you can on our Patreon. And that Patreon is going to be where you can get the Michael Jordan podcast. And then also we'll have some other benefits and bonus things there and everything. But
And you can keep us from getting real jobs.
Yes,
Because if you
please.
don't support us, we have to.
We
And then-
have to.
Then can't make this.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
this makes when Face Jam made no money forever, we just still made it.
Exactly.
Because we didn't get paid for this show. We just got paid for working here.
Yes. Right,
If
and
now
this
if
is
this
kinda a
makes
side
no
thing.
money, this goes away.
Yeah. So we're really excited to be doing this. We're excited to be doing 100% Eat. You'll be able to see, we'll share it with our new logo and everything
it's
from
a killer
Jason
logo.
Cwierz, who did an awesome job. It's so cool. Jason's a fan of the show. We gave him some mild direction. He nailed it. And then we said, oh, hey, how about this one addition? And he went, I'll do you one better. Added a fucking grackle eating a French fry. And we went, baby, this is it. It's so
We own
fucking
Grackles
cool.
now too, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All of
So, you're probably wondering about merch and all this other stuff. We'll figure that out when we had to start a business and incorporate and get a business checking account,
that's
all this shit.
That's kind of the other thing is we are kind of starting at the base level. That means things can be added on and features and stuff.
Yeah.
I really wanted everything.
You're gonna see the value plummet.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as when's your next merch drop? Drop. When Jordan starts drawing T-shirts hand fucking one at a time,
and then handing them out to you.
Yes, yeah. Please,
Bringing
please
them
take
to
this.
your
Do you have
house.
money?
You're $20. And you're walking around a fucking music festival.
But yeah, I think I want to set the expectation that we are kind of starting not exactly bare bones, but light.
Yeah.
And
Little,
there's
small
gonna
bones.
Be,
Yeah,
there's gonna-
small bones.
Small bones.
And then
Donkey-
hopefully
and then
we
we're
work
gonna
our
get
way
to-
up to
Hopefully
crazy
we get
bones.
we
Yeah.
get big bones and donkey muscles.
Yep.
Again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but
So-
we'll get there.
So there's definitely going to be in the future more stuff added and stuff. But this is
you don't want to
enough
go
to
nuts at
start
the
out
beginning
with.
and just really fuck ourselves over.
exactly.
Oh, you don't want to.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Hang on, wait. I actually like the sound of that.
I don't think you do.
All right. Well,
based on what you were saying
we have
earlier.
we have an equal vote, so I guess I'm
Unlike
outvoted.
Nick, we're not going to bite off more than we can
Ooh,
chew.
also, speaking of Nick is coming with us. Hell yeah. And that means we also get the Sauce Monkey because that is IP that we own. We own Face Jam outright and all that. So I'm very excited for our next steps.
And when Gracie has time off from work, maybe she'll show up. I'm not really
What
sure.
what I'm hoping
we'll figure it out.
what I'm hoping is we can bring some other people into the fold too that are who were on the show
Bring him
previously.
into
and
the rap.
Yep, bro. The
Not-
Burger
wow,
Kings,
dude. Not
the
these
Royal
crispy
Crispy
wraps.
Wrap.
dude.
Yep.
Just roll around in some
So
buffalo
that's
sauce.
the future. That's the future of Face Jam and 100% Eat. The Michael Jordan podcast.
Wow. We did it.
That was Jordan's idea, putting it behind. He's like, what if we do that? Because we wanted to call 100% Eat the Michael Jordan podcast. And then Jordan's like, look, I think that limits us. Here's why. And I went like, oh, those are all
Again,
like
here's the reason. It
really
made
good
sense
reasons.
then when we came up with
Oh,
it. The same reasoning stands. And we were
Yes.
but it was also, who cares? We don't care.
Yep.
We just work here.
Right.
Now it's going, holy shit, guys,
yeah.
we need this to be successful.
Yeah.
We should not
So
name it
maybe we
something
should not call
stupid,
it something
like the Michael
stupid.
Jordan podcast and intro with fucking basketball music.
So when you listen to the Michael Jordan podcast on Patreon, it will have the basketball music. We're doing the whole thing, baby. You can only hear it on Patreon. We're very, very excited to do all this stuff. So that'll do it for this.
You can edit this out if you
know-
want. Real quick, I just got an email. Review and sign your business paperwork.
Yes.
Whoa.
Awesome.
It's happening.
Also going into this, say like the classic, you need us, we don't need you.
Yeah.
We definitely need you.
We need you
now.
and I love you and I'm sorry and I love you.
We need
Yeah,
you. I'm
and
sorry for all the mean things Jordan said about you over the years.
that guy who was talking about big game hunting.
Yeah.
I'm actually on his side.
Yeah, I
now.
actually think that's good.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
if
that
you
was a
were the
great
guy
idea.
who made that post about how big game hunting is good, if you give me $5, I think it's good too.
If there are any whales out there, whatever you want, dude, just shoot an email.
We'll have some different stuff, but at 100% Eat, that's probably going to be, if I can change it over, the same Twitter, but under that name. That is the plan by the time this comes out. That's it. So we'll have an address later.
Can I
to
believe
send
the
food and
first
everything?
comment in advance? I miss the old Face Jam.
Yeah, because everything changed.
Yeah.
This is so different. It's so corporate now.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
They're talking about starting a business. Yeah, they're all corporate.
Yep.
They should just do this for free.
Yeah, why can't they just do this for free? So that's it. That's all the new info. And if you didn't hear any of that, it means we didn't get anything sent over to us. But we'll see.
I think we should release it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, we might as well.
We just add a redacted at the end.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
go, nah, never mind.
Yeah, don't listen to any of that. Here, Nick, edit this part in. Hey, all that stuff you just heard, ignore that.
It fell through. We're fucked.
Is
We
anyone
got fucked
hiring?
hard,
Is anyone
dude.
hiring? All right, but that'll do it. We'll have an address later to send snacks out and everything. So hang on to them.
Yeah, you just give me your address.
Nope. And
we go.
see where that's going to go and everything. Very, very excited. And Jordan, if you want to take us out for the last time.
Rate and subscribe to this feed
Yes, you can. Yeah, this feed.
and get fed. And also tell your friends to get fed about the show where we eat food and rate the food. Is that what we're still going to do?
Yeah, I
Probably.
think the format will change a little bit, and that's it.
I think it should be called the menu.
The podcast?
No, the format.
The format
Nah,
should
it
be
should-
called.
Oh, that's a good idea.
the menu.
I mean, that's a good idea. We can also think of like a second idea.
Gee. So then you can say, hey, what's on the menu for this episode?
Yeah, but then he's gonna have to like print and laminate new ones every time, dude. We don't have the money for that.
I don't even have a printer.
He comes here to print out all of
Yeah, what are we gonna fucking do? Is this still gonna be open so I can use the printer?
Start printing now, dude.
I don't
Start
really care
printing.
about like anything else. Is the printer still
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah. Is there a way we can take the printer? All right, bye.
Don't. He's just joking. He's not gonna take the printer.
I will. Oh, wait, no.